Aaron, dealing with DeGrom for 7 innings and sticking with it and walking off that win, what does it say about the team in the clubhouse right now?
Yeah, really good, gritty win. DeGrom was great. I thought we had some pretty good at-bats against them. I thought, Judgy had a number of good at-bats against him. Dominguez just missed one with him. I thought DJ had some good at-bats down there towards the bottom. So we pressured him enough, but he was really good. And then Belly clips him there to get us close. And then obviously Judgy with a big hit there. So just a really good gritty win where we're kind of short. Yarbrough gets us off to a great start. To get 5 out of them was big, and just a good one.
And what did you see in that Dominguez at bat to walk it off there?
It just looked like a hanger right there. Thought he had pretty good at bats all night. He punched the first time against DeGrom, but I thought had a good at bat. Got the 3-0, got a good swing off, and then DeGrom made some really good pitches. Then he just missed one to right early, maybe the at bat previous, and or he had the walk good at bats. Finally got a result and looked like he got a hanger.
Bellinger, during this 15-game hitting streak, he was making solid contact, got off to a slow start. What have you seen from him different during this 15-game hitting streak?
Well, it's not different because I've answered this now 4 days in a row. It's pitch selection and balance. He has been, I think it's as simple as that. And the results are a good player getting results now, just because I think the pitches he's swinging at and being on balance, and here the results are following.
If you could take yourself out of the manager role and just enter a baseball fan role, watching DeGrom and Judge battle each other tonight, what was that like? Yeah,
it was really good. I thought Judge put a lot of really good at-bats off him. Obviously, the walk the first time up, and then probably a 9, 10, 11 pitch at-bat where he got off a lot of good swings. DeGrom challenged him a little bit with the fastball. Hits the ball pretty good to center. That with tonight's win ends up around second base. It was a weird weather night out there for sure. Then smoked the ball to shortstop for the out, and then got the hit obviously later off Jasson. So just 2 great guys going at it.
Brian,
you said this spring that Dominguez was going to get an opportunity to play a lot and show you what he could do. What has he showed you so far?
His talent and his poise. He's just not affected by great results or a struggling day. It just kind of puts a smile on his face, goes to work, and likes playing the game with his teammates. He's real easy and fun to be around just because he's got a good outlook on things. And but you're really starting to see just how good a talent. You see him run, you see the speed, you see the power, and he's gotten some big hits for us too.
Who else, Dan?
To see Luke Weaver do what he's done since you put him back in the closer role, even before that, how impressive has he been, and how good was he again tonight?
Yeah, he's been great. Langford smoked that ball off him to start. But he's just done a good job of commanding the baseball, putting it where he wants. Some nights he's been, a little overpowering, electric. Other nights he's kind of done it with some moxie and feel with the changeup. But ultimately it comes down to he's getting the ball where he wants consistently.
How is Cruz? You haven't used him lately.
Yeah, he's dealing with some shoulder stuff, so he hasn't been available the last couple of days. So we'll see. Hopefully we're getting through it.
Any imaging or anything like that?
He got some, but nothing significant.
Max.
Aaron, you've been asked a lot this year about Dominguez from the right side. What is it that you like the most about him from the left side of the plate?
I think from both sides of the plate, he controls his zone pretty well. He doesn't chase out that often. He does that well from both sides. Right side's his more natural side, but it's a side that he's still, still a work in progress on. I think which I think with experience he'll get there. Left side, he's just a little more polished, but it's power, it's patience, and it's speed, and it's a good trio to have.
Gary.
Just with Cruz, did that pop up after his last outing?
Yeah,
Nothing. No throwing since then.
no.
Anyone else? Chris.
Go back to Yarbrough. You said he's a tough at bat if you were facing him. What made him so tough tonight?
Yeah, he was, man, it's fun to watch him pitch. Really is. What'd he punch out, 7 tonight or 8? He flips that sweeper up there like 68, 69. It looks like a wiffle ball coming in there. But he does such a good job with the cutter sinker combination. So he keeps you honest with both. And can really slow you down with the breaking ball. But then you see him, pick his spots where he'll run you up a four-seamer at the top of the zone, or, but he uses both sides of the plate. He's got a unique angle, arm angle, so it's different. And then it's different looking pitches than guys see on the regular. So, but I thought he was really sharp tonight. Good changeup too tonight. Probably, I think maybe running out of gas a little bit there. I took him a little over probably his number, and I felt like the sharpness towards the end of that 5th inning. But man, what a strong outing.
Thank you, Aaron.